Greetings, alternate time and space! Your host, Tomoya Shadow, and welcome back to the channel, and welcome back once again to some more of Tales of Arise. Before I get started, do be aware that there are leaks floating around for Hogwarts Legacy out there on the Ethernet right now, so it is very difficult for a person like me to try and avoid this stuff because people are posting it on YouTube, people are posting them on Twitter, people are posting them on Facebook. It's like, well, I haven't heard anything about Facebook, but I don't really use Facebook that often. But I'm willing to bet it's just as bad over there too. But you know, that just means I gotta be a little bit more cautious from this point forward. We're still less than 3 weeks and 3 weeks out until the release of that game, so I have to just be very cautious on not getting everything spoiled for me. Anyway, we're going to be continuing right where we left off in yesterday's live stream. We are heading to where again? Mahagsar, the Valley of the Four Winds. So we are heading there. So we are going to make our way back to the other area and try and get to the next objective. So without further ado, let's get started right away with today's adventure and see what's in store for us. Allons-y!
Judging by the stench, I'd say the animals at the ranch are all grown now.
Ooh, I can raise horses now? What? Alright. Oh. Now let's see here. Map. Went there. Didn't go there, so we're gonna head here.
Something feels odd here. Be on your guard.
Yeah, it's these enemies that that think they're being funny!
Together, we've got this!
Astral energy! Full throttle!
Now I'm free. Why can't they just sit still?
Ezreal, can you take care of them?
No sooner said than done!
Here I go!
Do it!
Go with me! In an instant! Impact block! Together, that wasn't even a problem.
Commander of Heaven!
Phoenix Cyclone!
I never fit!
Hold on, Shion! Nice!
Get out of my sight line or you'll get hit!
Oops, right. Sorry,
Now!
Look sharp!
Lightning Fire Blade!
Am I on a roll or what?
Well, look who's in a bright and shiny mood.
Hey, when did I get so popular?
You're mine! Dragon Form!
Nope.
Eagle Rise!
Sword Ring
It's a
Alpha!
duel of the eye!
Now I'm in the groove!
Running!
Pesky airborne scoundrels.
Sounds like a job for yours truly.
Burn in hell!
Leave the enemy's arts to me.
No place here!
These little ones are hardly worth our time.
Less talking,
I'll crush you! Ah! Lightning reflexes! Tenebrous claw!
take this! It's over! Now I can let loose! Lightning Thrust! Lunar Rondo! Hurricane Thrust! You're mine! You're finished!
We are freaking invincible!
Elton and the others truly are strong. What about now?
Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade!
Nicely done. Forgive you!
Here I come! It's over!
Annihilation!
Swallow dance!
Mega Ray!
Dragon
Heal!
Form!
Or steal!
Assault! Here I come! It's over!
Mega Ray!
Blending Splash!
Eat this! Raging Storm!
Take this! Dragon Form! Commander of Heaven!
Phoenix Cyclone! Here, let me help. Lightning Contagion!
Rising Falcon! You're mine! It's over!
Eagle Dawn! Do it!
Sword Hey! Blow them away! We managed to pull through.
How long has it been since I last went this
way.
hungry?
Okay, that is leading where? Okay, I highly doubt... Well, this might be the right way. So I'm gonna backtrack a bit. I can fast travel back to here if this is the right way. Because the thing is, the guy said that everything from that point forward was downhill. And hill, so I'm guessing this might... And this path over here is the right way.
No choice.
Where are you going?
Here I come. You're finished.
Not on my watch!
Lightning Thrust! Hurricane Thrust!
You got company!
Searing Gale!
Do it!
Chill!
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished.
See you continue on in that vein.
Yes, my lady?
Something you
You
wanted to
picked the
say?
wrong fight. Dragon
Here's
Form!
a healing art!
We turned the tables on him.
There are still more left.
Right. No time to hold back. Here I come. You're finished. Blending Splash! Take this!
Do it! This one's got your name on it! I need to be stronger.
Guess I misread the landing.
Okay, so this way is the right
Still
way.
thinking about how to act around Dohalim?
That obvious, huh? Except I don't think I'll be changing much after all. Don't get me wrong, I'm not going to stay his servant. However, I am going to treat him like a fellow comrade, the same way I would with you or anyone else. For as long as I can remember, I've spent my life protecting others. But isn't that what friends do too? Support and protect one another in times of need?
Which in the end pretty much means doing as you've always done, right? If that's what you're most comfortable with, I'm certainly not going to give you any grief over it.
Actually, I've been thinking about how I ought to act around you all as well.
Oh?
When I set out on this journey, it was to rid Eldaman and Sia of its enemies, and search for wisdom in the outside world. Wisdom that I could potentially put to use on my return. I'm grateful to you all for letting me tag along. But it got me thinking, what am I actually contributing by being here?
What are you talking about? You know how to hold a weapon, don't you? That's help enough.
Is it though? Sometimes I wish there was more I could be doing to pull my...
Ooh,
Oops, sorry about that. Jeez, I'm famished.
Now that you mention it, what do you guys normally do for food and meals when you're out and about on your travels?
What do you mean, what do we do? We find stuff to eat and eat it. So long as it's meat, I'm not fussy.
Eating what you like can be good for morale in the short term, but you need to think about your diet if you want to stay healthy.
Does that mean eating vegetables too?
Isn't that obvious?
It does, which I guess hasn't been happening up till now.
Yeah, to be honest, we could be eating better than we do.
Understood. In that case, I'll just have to make sure you're all staying healthy and eating right myself. Fortunately, I happen to know a thing or two about cooking as well.
You hear that, Law? Sounds like you'll be eating your greens after all.
What is it?
No, sorry, it's just... I was just wondering if you had any thoughts on all this.
It will do her good to have a project.
No, not Kisara. I meant you. Was there anything you wanted to add?
Me? Certainly you're not looking to me for culinary skill, I hope.
Typical Renan. Leaving everything to someone else.
Rinwell, I don't think...
That said, should you need my skills on the battlefield, please rest assured I have no intention of shirking my responsibilities, regardless of who we may face.
I'm sure no one doubts that. Listen, guys, if we're traveling together, we should probably at least try to make an effort to get to know one another, don't you think?
I wouldn't get your expectations too high in that regard. Believe it or not, sometimes I'm not sure I even know myself all that well.
Okay, the fact that we saw a cutscene means I'm going the right way.
Something wrong? You look like you're deep in thought.
Not exactly. I was merely thinking about you two and your sense of etiquette.
Oh?
Etiquette?
Indeed. To be quite frank, I find your lack of manners to be nigh intolerable.
That's not being frank, that's being and forget it. Do we really need to talk about this now?
Yes. I find such impropriety on your parts to be deeply unsettling. It concerns me greatly.
What do you want us to do? We were slaves. We never got to learn how to be proper like you.
Yeah, what he said. Maybe you missed how we were just focused on surviving.
Perhaps, but Kisara here demonstrates that it's quite possible for a Denon to learn proper manners.
That's because I was given the opportunity to learn. Moreover, my duties as a guardsman required it. Not every realm is like Menancia, as you well know.
Yeah, I don't think it's fair to hold us to some other city standards.
Exactly. You've got to remember what it's been like for us living under the Rena elsewhere.
I will concede that you do indeed make a valid point. It would appear, for all my espousing the virtues of equality between our peoples, I was still looking down on the two of you.
You don't need to beat yourself up. I wasn't that offended by what you said, man.
Nevertheless, I shall mind my words from here on out. Having said that, I do believe you two would still benefit from learning the basics of proper society. I would be more than happy to teach you both when we camp out, if you like.
Yeah, no, I'll pass. Acting all prim and proper isn't really my style.
If you say so. How about you, Law? Would you like to learn? Although I suppose my first task is to reform your attitude toward the idea of good etiquette.
You're not gonna let this go, are you?
Okay, let's see here. It's not a dead end from the looks of it, so I'm guessing we'll inevitably have to go back this way for something, but at the moment, I don't think I need to go this way per se, so I'm gonna go this way.
Hey, let's stop for a minute.
What's up? You already tired?
My armor's pretty heavy. I think I need a little rest.
I second that. All of this walking is starting to take its toll on me as well.
What? You don't look it.
We can't spare the time. There's places we need to be.
Mahag Sar's capital, Niez, is our destination right now.
But if one of us collapses, it will only serve to slow us down. And in your case, Alphen is the only one who could carry you. Best to rest while you have the opportunity.
Enough already! I need a break, so we're taking one.
I don't need you fretting over me.
Fretting? Hey, it's not like I'm...
We've got company.
Been looking for you. For me? Why?
He's tough.
Who are you? Said you were looking for me. Why? Beautiful, precious life. What the... That is all I desire. Then why are we fighting? Who even are you? Here I come! Take this!
Water,
You're
hear my
finished!
call!
Take this! Who the hell are you? Bastard!
This guy's not normal!
His speed is unbelievable.
You mean he even surpasses a lord?
You're mine!
Not my fight!
Stay away from my friend! Here I come!
Ready to go! Together!
Take this! It's too much!
Oh!
Steel force! Here I go!
Take this! You're finished! Try harder! My turn! It's time! You picked the wrong fight! Now! Let's really!
Take it down!
Sword Rain Alpha! Try this!
Thank you! Hey, Ron! Don't get in trouble again. Glacier Spear! Here's evil!
I can carve through walls!
Very Lancer! Here's a healing arc! First aid!
Can't end here!
Storm! Water! Hear my call! Dance in the wind! Glacial Spear! Here's evil! Raging Cascade! Picture of Freeze Blazer! I'll bring you back from death! I'll bring you back from death to
Take this!
Thunder Blade! Resuscitate! Glacial Spear! Pierce evil! Freeze Blazer! Air Thrust!
Yeah, no. Man, he's wiping the floor with us!
Is that all that you've got? Very well. Then die.
You? Till next time.
Shion, wake up, please!
Alphen?
Shion!
Thanks, but you're kinda crushing me.
Sorry.
It's okay. And so am I. It's not as bad as it looks.
Not bad. That's... Shion, we thought you were...
I'm fine. Really.
What the hell were you thinking?
Well, you were trying to protect me too, you know.
Yeah, but I have the sword. It's different.
It's not different. Besides, Never mind. It's nothing. Anyway, thank you.
But I didn't... Look, I'm just glad that you're...
Alphen?
Sorry.
That guy said he'd be back. I think maybe we should get moving before he returns, right?
Rinwell has a good point. We need to go. Shion, are you sure you're okay?
Shion, are you sure you're okay?
Yeah, I already applied some healing arts to it. It didn't even leave a scar.
But his sword went nearly straight through you.
I'm all right. Unless I've turned into some kind of ghost and I'm haunting you all right now.
No, I know you're not. It's just...
Look, I appreciate you looking out for me, but I'm fine. Really.
There was also that strange light that appeared when Shion was stabbed. It seemed to make the enemy retreat when he saw it. Alphen, do you have any idea what it might have been?
A light? I don't know. I was kind of preoccupied with other things at the time.
Now that I think of it, between that light and the blazing sword, just what sort of person are you, Alphen? Can you use Danon astral arts like Rinwell, perhaps?
He wouldn't know, Dohalim. He doesn't have any memories from his past, remember? Besides, we should really be getting out of here.
I suppose you're right. Forgive me. We've almost reached Nias, the capital of Mahag Sar. With any luck, we'll find a place there for Shion to rest. Hey.
How are you holding up after that last fight? You're not too hurt, are you?
I'm fine, really. See for yourself.
If things get too tough out there, go ahead and fall back. I can take a beating if I need to.
I'm not here just to stand around and have everyone protect me.
I get that, but there's nothing wrong with admitting you have weaknesses too.
Do I look like I'm just trying to put on a brave face to you?
I can't feel pain, but you still can, can't you?
Look, I appreciate you're trying to look out for me, but even you go down in fights from time to time. Please, stop trying to babysit me. It's getting old.
It's not that. I just...
This place is a wreck!
Are we in the right place? This place looks like a mess.
Yes, this is Niez, the capital of Mahag Sar.
I don't see any signs of people. And the buildings.
Yeah, this doesn't seem like the kind of place people would actually live.
No soldiers, no Danans, not a soul to be seen. Yet look at these facades. This is clearly a Renin district.
Hey, check out that drawing on the castle gate. That's the Darkwing's crest. It's from an old Danan legend about a hero who defeated an evil king with a torch and their trusty owl. That's his crest. I'm sure of it.
Really? First time I'm hearing it. So if someone drew it on the gate...
It must mean the Renins have lost control of the city.
Are you suggesting the Danans rose up and defeated the Lord here? Hard to believe, but not entirely unthinkable, given the evidence.
Let's look around and see if we can find someone. They might be able to tell us what happened. This is horrible.
Is there truly no one here?
All of these ruins look like they were made pretty recently.
But if that's the case, then where do you think the people that used to live here went off to? There must have been Danans and Renins, right?
That's a good question. Even if the Danans rebelled and managed to overthrow the Renins here, there should still be some people around.
This debris... Do you think it could be the work of Renin astral arts?
Perhaps, but the appearance of these ruins is rather uniform, which leads me to believe otherwise.
Hey, Rinwell. That story you told us about the Dark Wings. It said that the evil king was vanquished with a holy flame, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Then there might be some truth to that old story after all. It looks like all the rubble here had been scarred by flames.
Let's not jump to any conclusions just yet. If we can find someone around here, we might be able to get them to tell us what happened. Halim, you forgot to take care of the fire yesterday.
What do you mean, take care of? Ah, yes. You meant to put it out?
Yep. If it stays lit, we could end up in real trouble real fast.
I see. I apologize for not realizing that. I shall be more careful in the future.
The way he's talking, it's like the thought of putting it out himself never even occurred to him.
Moving on, Dohalim, I should mention that the clasp for your cape is about to come undone.
Oh yes, I tried to fix that myself, but it simply refused to cooperate with me.
I can't believe I'm hearing this. Are you telling me Renins can't even dress themselves?
Lords like Dohalim have attendants that take care of just about everything they need, so I'm not surprised he sometimes struggles with the basics.
Even by those standards, you've got to admit this is still a little extreme.
Shion has got a point. I mean, you don't see Renins like her needing so much help to get stuff done.
In my case, circumstances forced me to learn how to be independent. Even so, I still think Dohalim could afford to pick up a few more self-sufficient skills.
Well, specifically speaking, what would you suggest that I learn?
For starters, I think it'd be good for you to learn how to dress. And put on shoes. How to comb your hair is equally important. And learning to manage your possessions better. And then from there...
She sounds like his mom rattling all that off.
Oh, and another thing. About your owl, Rinwell.
What is it?
When he starts to molt, would you be willing to give me his old feathers? I think I could find a use for them.
What do you intend to do with those?
Well, recently, I haven't been sleeping well. However, I hear pillows made from owl feathers are very comfortable and wish to make one.
This is why I
Did I say something offensive?
Next time, put your own needs aside for a second and think about how someone might react first. Then consider if it's worth asking at all.
Yeah. Oh, there you are!
Woohoo! Woohoo!
Maybe something's going on in the forest.
Alright, this door is locked. It's locked!
What are those out in the valley? Windmills? They're huge.
They're most likely used to harvest wind astral energy, so they have to be big.
All of you, stop right there! Don't move!
They have us surrounded.
Who are you? Where did you come from?
You first! Show yourself!
I'm the one asking the questions here. Don't try anything funny. One wrong move, and I guarantee we'll blow you away.
What are you...
My name is Alphen. I came here from Calaglia.
Alphen? The wielder of the blazing sword?
Getting pretty famous, isn't he?
Here is my proof. Will that suffice? Or do I have to burn down one of those houses to make my point?
No need. I believe you. I'm Beifong, of the Darkwings. Sorry for threatening to blow you away. We're still hunting down the remnants of the enemy forces, so everyone's more than a bit on edge right now. Please forgive me.
Remaining? Wait, you mean you already took down the Lord of this realm?
That's right. We took her weapons and turned them right back on her.
Are you the Danon leader here in Niez?
Nah, I'm just one of the commanders. Deadeye's the one who runs the show. I'd be happy to take you to him. Just one problem. The Renans. Seems the rumors you were running with them were true. You do understand, right? I mean, we only just liberated the city from their kind. Everyone's short on trust. And for good reason. Especially Deadeye. I think it'd be best if those two waited outside.
Not going to happen.
I don't think it's a good idea for us to split up. It's too dangerous.
Then it's on your head, friend. Our base is that way.
You could have left me behind, you know.
This isn't just about you, Dohalim.
Ah, yes.
I guess even after you beat the Renans, your work's only really just begun, huh?
Yeah. This place seems like it's got a lot of issues
Wait,
to fix.
there's an invisible wall here! Why? Beyond here is the aerial plaza that leads to Elmidria's castle, but for now it's sealed off, so I'll have to ask you to turn away. Woo! Shiny! These are the headquarters of the Dark Wings. Right now, these are temporary accommodations. At some point, I imagine we'll build something better and move into that.
So you're Alphen, are ya? Thought you'd be bigger. Huh. Guess the armor beefs you up a bit. You've got a lot of people talking, you know. But in this town, I call the shots. You play by my rules here. Just remember that. Gotta say, I didn't expect you to run with a gang of women and kids. Those other lords must have been real pushovers, huh?
Seriously? Are you this rude to everyone you meet?
Don't interrupt me, you brat. Didn't your parents teach you any manners?
Why, you?
So you're the one who took down the Lord of this realm, huh? How'd you pull that off?
We just swiped the Renan's explosives. And then we blasted them all to hell and back.
Explosives? That's a pretty bold approach. But how'd you manage to avoid hurting your own people?
I didn't, that's how. But the chance to take out a Lord was worth the sacrifice.
And the Lord? What did this sacrifice earn you?
Unfortunately, we couldn't manage to finish her off. But now we've really got the girl on the run.
She ran? A Lord?
Yeah, the lady was just a coward. She had a whole lot more bark than bite, that's for sure. She's probably hiding off in a hole somewhere. But not for long. We'll find her and drag her right back into town. Then she'll get what's coming to her.
I wouldn't be so sure. She may run, but she'll never go quiet.
Shut up, Bright Eyes! I would have run you through already if you weren't with the blazing sword here.
The whole reason you're fighting is to free the Danans in this realm, is it not? If so,
Shut your
then...
mouth, witch! That's enough! If you're really fighting for us Danans, why keep these bastards around? Why haven't you killed them already?
I'm not going to kill these bastards.
Whoa. Is that the case, huh? Then tell me the point of the show.
They're my friends.
Friends? Renans are Renans. The scum-sucking bastards who've been draining our souls for 300 years now! But you know that. Maybe it's because you and the little lady are friends and more.
Son of a... You'll pay for that!
That's enough! Deadeye, you know that was completely uncalled for.
All of you, get the hell out of my realm! And don't ever come back! This is Danan's realm and it's ours, understand? I call the shots here. And I make the rules. I do, Deadeye, leader of the Dark Wings!
Yeah! Deadeye! Liberator Deadeye! You are the true leader of this realm! We're not afraid of any Bright Eyes!
It's only a matter of time before I throw every last Bright Eye out of this realm!
The Dark Wings! The Dark Wings rule!
That guy is gonna meet a sorry end.
Hey, wait up. Told you so, didn't I? You should have left your Renan pals outside.
You don't agree with him, do you? I could tell by the look on your face in there.
That's how things are with him. He loses his temper, then I step in and calm things down.
Better you than me.
If that's all, I think it's past time we were going.
Look, I just wanted to apologize for what Deadeye said in there.
At least somebody's got some manners around here.
He didn't used to be like that. But, well, that's what losing most of your loved ones will do to a man. He may never forgive the Renans.
It's a little ironic how indistinguishable his manner is to that of a lord.
Hey, Bayfon? Deadeye mentioned the Lord is still on the run. Any ideas where she might be?
We looked all over, but found no traces of her. We heard some rumblings about activity in Estaluva Forest, but that's it.
Estaluva, huh?
Wait, you're not going after her, are you? Certainly won't win you any favors with Deadeye.
This isn't Deadeye's war, and we're certainly not fighting it for him. Besides, it's like Shion said, her type isn't going to go quietly.
Hey, it's your funeral. Don't say I didn't warn you.
We'll be sure to keep you out of it. Before we set out, though, is there anywhere around here we can rest?
Sure. Building at the end of the road, opposite side. It's all yours. We use it as temporary lodging, to house people who don't have a new place to live quite yet.
We're not going to run into any trouble there, are we?
Rumors of a certain fiery sword have spread fast. I doubt anyone will be eager to give you guys problems. And here's where I say my farewell. You're on your own, but good hunting.
Before you go, how come you don't hate the Renins as well?
Oh, believe me, I've got my bone to pick with the Renins. Just not with two of them I've never so much as laid eyes on before.
Let's head on over to that lodge. We'll figure out what our next move is there.
I see someone who looks troubled about something.
A little compassion can make all the difference. I propose we speak to them.
I get the feeling Deadeye signed up to be a rebel, so he could have a rooster rule. Heck, he's no better than a lord. In some ways, he's even worse.
I know. How could he use explosives on his own people?
And yet, despite the toll of his actions, none of the Danins we've seen seem to question his assumed authority in the least. If anything, they may well consider him a hero, which would say a great deal toward how deeply they resented the Renins here.
Still, I don't think this is as simple as saying the good guys won out over the bad ones.
Yeah, I don't either. Deadeye might have managed to drive the Renins out of Niaz, but that doesn't make the way he did it okay. No matter which way you look at it.
A victory that's earned by throwing away the lives of his own people? No, that isn't a victory at all. I can understand that the Danins here are standing up against their oppression, but that doesn't mean they have to humiliate all Renins just to settle the score.
I'm perfectly able to stand up for myself, Alphen. Besides, I'm used to it by...
But you shouldn't have to be, Shion. It's just... What I mean to say is, when you've been a slave for so long, it's easy to accept that's how it should be because it's all you've ever known. Constantly being belittled is no different. I don't think that's fair. For me or for you.
I just don't know, man.
Don't know what?
Deadeye managed to drive out a real live Renin lord. That's incredible. And he seems to have a lot of supporters surrounding him too. But he's got an attitude worse than any angry Zoogle. Plus, Niaz is in utter ruins. I don't have a clue what his game is.
The Renins are powerful. And because of that, it takes a strong leader to have any hope of toppling them. However, when you take down one dictator only to replace them with another, ultimately it's just business as usual.
If it'd been Zephyr instead of Deadeye, I don't think things would have turned out like this.
Rinwell!
Yeah, I think so too. Zephyr did things differently top to bottom. He's not the kind of person who would have forced his own views or decisions on other people. When you do that, you're ruling over others, not leading them.
To be honest, I don't know what I would have wanted my dad to do if he was in that position.
Law.
The whole thing feels weird in a way. It's a weird kind of feeling, but at the same time, part of me also feels happy? Deadeye and my dad are two very different men. For now, I'm content knowing that.
Jesus, another one.
The city is liberated, and yet the air still hums with fear and anxiety. It reminds me all too well of how Vicente once was.
Hums? You mean like music?
Yeah, none of this sounds like music to my ears. In fact, I've never seen any Danins with musical instruments in my life.
You don't need instruments to play music. It can emerge naturally from the sounds of people going about their day and the hustle and bustle of life.
You seem to care a lot about music, Dohalim. I didn't know that about you.
Have I not mentioned it? Before I was a candidate for the lordship, I had my heart set on the life of a musician.
You? A musician?
Indeed, music enriches the world around us. I trained day and night to hone my art. Words could not describe my bliss, as my notes carried with them the sights and sounds of nature, the ebb and flow of time, and the thoughts of people on the wind.
Dohalim.
Forgive me. My loquaciousness can get the best of me at times.
Don't apologize. It's interesting hearing what Renan culture is like.
Even though the Renans destroyed all of our arts and culture.
Personally, I was interested in the music of Dana as well. The fact that generations of lords deemed music to be of no use to their slaves, and outright forbade the ownership of instruments, is lamentable. Not that my words can undo the damage already done.
Why does everybody have to be such cowards? If you don't get this taken care of, things are never going to change. What's got you down, friend? Zoogles, that's what. A pretty common variety of them, to be more specific. Rumor says it was the Lord's favorite kind of Zoogles. People are afraid to go anywhere near them. I can understand their hesitation. If you need them gone, we're more than capable of taking care of them for you. Hold on, pal. I don't want you to just exterminate them. If you can bring back any usable materials from them, that'd be great too. You want us to retrieve Zoogle parts? For what? Are you building something? Not building, studying. If I can demonstrate that even fearsome, dangerous Zoogles can be used to make handy tools, that'll motivate people to hunt them more. We can't always expect folks like you to come along and solve all our problems for us, after all. So you're trying to be more self-sufficient. That's very commendable of you. Actually, about those materials you're looking for, this isn't what you're looking about, is it? I already had the materials. Oh yeah, it totally is. Can I convince you to share what you have with me? Hand over 3 demi-human muscles.
Good.
Yep. Yeah, go ahead and help yourself. I'd rather it go to someone who can use it than it keep weighing us down. Great, you're one generous bunch of people, you know that? Now to see just what I could turn all of this into. I'm sure I'll be able to make something useful. Thank you so much. And I got a roasted chicken recipe and 3 life bottles. Nice. There's another quest on the other side. Let me go and grab it before we go to the end.
I wonder if something happened.
Oh god, it's this guy again. Alfin, mi amigo. I knew fate would bring us together once more. Remind me, you're that wonder guy, is it? I'm a minstrel who tells many a tale about the fleeting world in which we live. They call me the Wonder Bard. Right, you. I remember you. I believe we haven't had the pleasure, sir. You may call me Dohalim. You claim to be a minstrel. Is that to say you're well-versed in music? Oh, but I am indeed. There isn't a song I haven't sung, nor an instrument my hands have not mastered. I see. As it so happens, I am also a connoisseur of music myself. Is that so? Could I perhaps trouble you with a little rendition, kind sir? This is going to take a while, isn't it? Alas, unfortunately, I do not have any instruments on me, but I will be more than happy to indulge you with a short poem. In this sea of crimson trees, I spy an unknown fellow, standing free within the breeze. Oh, Dana Mio! Your words are like music to my ears. You have quite the rare talent, sir, I must say. You really think so? That I do, and now I must return the favor in kind. Where do I begin, faced with such wit? Indeed, words fail me. I am at a loss. For what can I say but gracias? Oh, you, sir, have thrown down the gauntlet. Allow me to...
Great.
I can't take any more of this. We're leaving. Dohalim, you're welcome to catch up with us later.
Me.
Wait, don't leave yet. So many brilliant minds among you, perhaps I can entrust you all with the legendary instrument. What are you talking about? I hid a mystical instrument knowing that one day I would meet a worthy inheritor. You'll find it at the location detailed in these notes. But be warned, only the smartest shall solve the riddles contained within. Now I ask you, O chosen ones, will you take it upon yourself to solve riddles and uncover the legendary instrument? Sure, let's give it a shot. This talk of riddles and instruments has me most intrigued. Very well, we accept your challenge. Excellent, I have complete faith that you shall emerge victorious. Just beyond the hovels and a land shrouded by sand and stone, the northernmost reaches of a wasteland to the north of the abandoned village. It lies dormant at the back of a narrow road to the west, whereupon an ancient tower stands.
That's some cryptic text, all right.
It could mean anything. Can't we just look around the area for clues or something?
Hey! Maybe these are supposed to be different locations?
Oh, now you're into this too, huh?
Let me see here. Just beyond the hovels in a land shrouded by sand and stone. The northernmost reaches of a wasteland to the north of an abandoned village. It lies dormant at the back of a narrow road to the west, whereupon an ancient tower stands. Beyond the hovels in a land shrouded by sand and stone. That's Calaglia. The northernmost reaches of a wasteland to the north of an abandoned village. Iglia Waste? So somewhere in the north part of the map of Iglia Waste, narrow road to the west, whereupon an ancient tower stands. Isn't that Fagin Ruins? Or is it... Wait, no. It's Iglia Waste, but to...
You sense one of your pals, Hoodle?
They mentioned an abandoned tower. Isn't there an abandoned tower, like, on the east side of this
the
map?
animals back at the ranch should be all grown up by now.
First things first. Let me go ahead and rest up. Heal everyone.
Made it through another day.
Dohalim, your spare bracers were getting dirty, so I polished them up along with the rest of your equipment.
Why, thank you, Kisara. I greatly appreciate that.
Maybe it's just my imagination, but you sure seem to fuss over Dohalim a whole lot, Kisara.
It is a little strange. Almost like you're still in his service.
Really? That's certainly not my intention. Besides, he's not the only one I'm like that with. Hey, Law? I saw your clothes were starting to get holes in them, so I stitched them back up for you.
Oh, wow. Thanks, Kisara.
Point taken.
Law's
You
blessing.
just like looking after people.
I wouldn't go so far as to say I like it, but I get anxious if I don't. I'd always like to help if I can. It comes naturally to me. Back in the day, Miguel and I used to look after the younger kids a lot, so that's probably where it comes from. He taught me everything I know, and I mean everything. How to cook with wild plants, how to sew clothes so they'll last. Without him, we never would have been able to survive.
However, you're not a lord anymore, Dohalim. You need to get used to the idea that people aren't just going to wait on you hand and foot.
Yes, you're absolutely right. I'm ashamed to admit that I felt no qualms about her doing all that for me. As both a Renan and especially as a lord, one becomes too accustomed to those beneath you tending to your every need, both Renans and Danans alike.
Sure, that's how all you Renans are probably raised. But just to be clear, we're not your servants, Dohalim. Got that?
Absolutely. Moments such as this provide me with ample opportunity to confront my unease. It is difficult to tend with my own motivations.
What do you mean?
The truth of the matter is that my espousal of coexistence in Menancia hardly came from an idealistic place. That instinctive unease I feel deep within serves as a reminder for what it is that all of us here fight for.
Don't be so hard on yourself. No one's going to abandon you if you aren't always perfect.
Looking at her now, I think she's more like his mom than his servant.
Hey, Rinwell. What was that whole legend you were talking about earlier, back when we were by the gate?
Huh? Oh, you mean about the Darkwings? It's an old story about a Danon hero that's been passed down for generations.
Like I said, I sure haven't heard it before.
Yeah, me neither.
Well, long ago, there was an evil king who tried to bring all of Dana to ruin. However, a pure black owl heard the pleas of the people and decided to help. It chose a young hero and bestowed upon them a holy flame that was capable of vanquishing the king. The story goes that the young hero challenged the king and defeated them with the flame. Seeing Dana had been saved, the people flew the crest of the Darkwings as thanks to the owl for its help. From what I understand, it used to be a really well-known story before the Renans came.
I guess our people must have forgotten it over time. It's lucky for us you still know it. You sure are well-versed in these sorts of things, Rinwell.
You know, the part where the hero defeats the king with a flame reminds me a little of Alphen.
Come on, it's just a story. Besides, if we're talking about an owl helping anyone, Hootle would definitely choose Rinwell.
Sure, I might have helped take out our own kind of evil king with the others, but I'm definitely no hero. That and Hootle's wings aren't even black. Huh.
I need something called... That's an experience boost food! Dark mark? Makes you easier to detect when making contact with enemy icons. Why would I want that?
Hey, that actually came out pretty alright, don't you think?
Mind if I join you, Law?
Oh, hey, Alphen. What's up?
Nothing. I was just surprised to see you weren't training for once. Got a stomachache or something?
You know I don't literally train around the clock, right? I do take breaks.
Do you? It seems like you're training every chance you get.
Well, yeah. It can't be helped if I want to get stronger. Still, it's important to let your muscles rest every now and then. That's what my dad told me anyway.
Zephyr said that?
When I was a little kid, yeah. I would get so excited whenever he came home. I always followed him wherever he went and tried to learn as much from him as I could. He said, it's good to be passionate, but don't overdo it. Just like there are times when you want to take a break from studying, sometimes your body wants to take a break from training too. I was always rushing around and forgetting to rest, so he ended up telling me that a lot.
That definitely sounds like him.
It's nothing to get sad over. Still, I can't help but wonder if that was my dad's way of teaching me the dangers of rushing into things too quickly. Then again, maybe I'm just overthinking things. I wish I'd had more time to talk to him about this kind of stuff. See you guys tomorrow. I feel pretty refreshed after that sleep. Hey, isn't that what we've been trying to find?
A part only the Chosen One can pull out. No wall is bound to stay standing for long with it in hand.
What's this thing? Is this the so-called legendary instrument?
Actually, I think it's one of the freight train parts that I was using for a sword.
I'm sure anything will be fine. We should take it.
We've reached our destination.
I'm not so sure.
I gather you finally solved the
How's this?
riddle. We found this thing, if that's what you mean. Oh, splendid! I knew you were all up to the challenge. That is indeed the legendary instrument that slumbers in these lands. It's just a rod that I was using. No, amigo, it is a rod that you were destined to use, and with her you shall perform feats that shall inspire
see.
legends. So that really was the instrument we were after? So you're saying I should fight with this thing? Take her and go forth into the world. Achieve your grand destiny that you
Great.
were born to fulfill. Alright, if you insist. It's got a unique curvature to it, but I'm sure I'll get used to fighting with it over time. Pardon me? I'll have to learn all of its unique bends by heart. I might even have to change what parts I use depending on it if I'm attacking or defending. Hold on, are you perchance being serious? Oh, this has been such a fun little excursion, truly. Your words have truly been inspiration to all of us here. You're working my palace. Hey, would you consider joining us on our journey and hearing out this beautiful music for yourself? Yeah, you should come along with us. If there are any other legendary instruments out there, I'd definitely like to know. I sincerely appreciate the offer. However, alas, I must go where the wind blows. I shall leave it up to you to bear witness to the legends that are sure to unfold with that instrument in his hand. Very well, then I shall keep watch over his every movement, so as to ensure that I do not miss history in the making. I'm going to have to come up with a way to fight that takes advantage of this thing. Dolan, would you mind helping me out with that? Certainly, as you well know, I'm quite proficient in fighting with rods and staffs. Don't do anything with her that I wouldn't do. And with that, I shall be off. Until we meet again, adios. Farewell, my friend. Be safe.
I can't believe you managed to shoo off that irritating bard.
Had we brought him along, it would have livened up our journey considerably.
You know, maybe you're right. We could have hit it off.
Yeah, and the two of you could be irritating together.
Now, let me see what this is. Quivering candles. A handful of candles, flames a sway. When their light explodes, so too will the life of the warrior who seeks the divine artifact. Or so it said. Wait, are you serious that I gotta... What am I supposed to do with this shit? I'm guessing maybe it's something that I could use to craft something? Maybe? Actually, it'd be hilarious if this iron pipe became like an ultimate weapon a type of ordeal deal for the game. Kind of like how in Final Fantasy 15, the base weapon that you start off with, the engine blade, turns into the ultimate weapon after you upgrade it a couple of times. In fact, let me check something. Okay, I can't make... Well, I can make these. And I can't... Hang on. Sell that. I'm going to sell 11 of these just because I need the money. Alright, I'm going to craft this. That way I have that. And I'm going to go ahead and craft up the longsword so I have it prepared whenever I do work on crafting something new. Let's see here. Who can I craft some for? I can craft something for you. And make this. Craft something for you. Can't do anything for you yet. Well, I could if I had more money. If I had more money, I could make this pole. As for you, if I had more money, I could make the flashbang shield. Is there anything that I got like a surplus of? No, I do not. There we go.
I always love the sound of hammers banging away.
Oh yeah, that reminds me. You have a poison charm on. Why do I have you in that? Are you the Blazing Sword of Calaglia? You're welcome to stay here if you like, but just don't cause any trouble while you're here, understand?
That Deadeye creep certainly has a few screws loose, that's for sure.
Forget that guy. Right now, we need to discuss how we're going to proceed.
What's there to discuss? Deadeye and his crew have already brought down the Lord here. Just let them finish her off.
I want to go after her.
I second that. I think it's the best thing to do right now. We don't know if the Darkwings have what it takes to beat her. I'm worried what'll happen if we leave her to her own devices.
You make a good point, Rinwell. And maybe I'm just being overconfident, but between us and them, I think we have a better chance at defeating her.
I have to agree. This realm isn't going to be truly safe as long as that Lord is still running around out there. We need to act.
Fine by me. But isn't Deadeye just gonna take all the credit once we're done?
Our job is to break down the walls that oppress Dana. What he chooses to build in their place, that's his problem. For now, we'll head to this Estaluva forest Beifon told us about. Whatever we decide to do, though, we should take some time to rest first. We've barely stopped since Menancia. Where are you going?
Alphen.
You should get some rest. What's got you up at this hour?
Just let me be for a minute, okay? Why don't you go back to the inn?
I will when you do.
Have it your way.
Shion. The Lord's days are numbered. I haven't forgotten our promise. You can trust me, you know.
Maybe even lean on me a little, if you want.
And if I say I will you finally give it a rest?
Yeah, of course. Try to get some rest, okay?
What was all that about?
So we're just going to check things out, right? In whatever that forest is called.
Estaluva Forest. Next time, pay attention.
Now the real question is, where is it? Is it this way? I heard from someone who stormed Almedra's castle that they couldn't find the spirit vessel. The Photo Hills lie just across from this gate. If you venture southwest, you'll find the road to Adon Lake. If you go northwest instead, you'll eventually find Estaluva Forest. Stay west and you'll come upon the Adon Ruins. Wherever you go, you're bound to encounter ferocious Zoogle, so travel with caution. So I do go this way. Valley of the Four Winds, Mahagsar.
Ah! Got sand in my eyes!
The winds are strong here. Mind yourselves.
Ugh, even the inside of my mouth is all sandy.
Hootle, don't get blown away, okay?
The winds outside the capital are blowing as strongly as ever.
You can definitely see why people call this place the Valley of the Four Winds.
Indeed. Mahagsar is the realm of wind, just as Ganeth Heros is for water.
Earth, water, fire, wind, light, and darkness. Rena is aligned to darkness, leaving each realm one element each.
Is that because some elements are easier to gather in certain areas than others?
That is certainly possible, but I suspect the biggest reason is to prevent the lords from squabbling over resources.
Funny. You would think infighting would come naturally to an elite class vying for a crown.
True, but the Renans rule as a minority. Fighting ourselves would just be destructive. Though, as you saw in Menancia, any abstention from fighting is merely a facade.
In the end, you all get usurped whether you like it or not.
That may be true, but something tells me that this time is different.
We have to catch up to the Lord first if we want answers. Let's keep moving.
What is that ring of rocks over there for? They don't look like they formed naturally to me.
Oh yeah. Funny, I guess I've gotten used to weird rock formations. They didn't even register as being out of the ordinary.
Most likely, they were brought over by us Renans when we first invaded the planet.
Wait, those? So does that mean there's some kind of machine then? And if so, what in the world were they even used for?
To manipulate the properties of Dana's astral energy.
Really?
Think about it. Isn't it strange that the type of energy each realm collects is so fixed? Astral energy by nature isn't meant to skew towards one element or another so heavily.
So the Renans reformed it for the crown contest.
Sounds like the crazy thing a Renan would do.
Renans these days are more advanced than Danans in some ways, but even they don't seem capable of doing something on that grand a scale. Or is that something that's possible on Lenegis? Or maybe the Renan homeworld?
I can't claim to know everything about my own kind, but I myself have never seen anything that would be capable of such a drastic feat.
But at some point they did just that. Those are the sort of people we're up against. We should do our best not to forget that.
You're so amazing, Kisara. You can cook, you can fix weapons. I feel like there's practically nothing you can't do.
Maybe you should take a page out of her book and learn to make yourself more useful then.
I'd be happy to teach you if you want, Rinwell. I learned most everything I know from my brother.
Really? Even how to sew and do laundry?
Yes, indeed. He knew how to do anything.
Sounds like he was a pretty handy guy when he was alive.
He was. I'd always follow him around and badger him with questions. I was a real pain in the neck. Now that I think about it, he and Legil were the ones who taught me how to raise cats, too.
Legil is that woman who was with him in the Gold Dust Cats, right? I remember now. The one with the really pretty hair.
Funny you mention that. He also taught me how to maintain my hair. Not that those lessons stopped it from getting all tangled up during training.
I think it still looks gorgeous.
From what I can tell, it would appear as though the only thing he didn't manage to teach you was how to apply makeup.
No, but that didn't stop him from trying. He really wanted to teach me everything. Only reason he couldn't was because I prioritized my training.
And here I was trying to make a joke.
I can't tell if she's being serious. The only one here who knows him well enough was her.
Yeah, I guess only Miguel could have told us if it's actually true.
Ah, it's the food critic guy again.
Oh?
Oh, it's that foodie again. I remember you. You're that young woman who's always starving. I haven't seen you since we last met in Menacia. You're the one who's always hungry. Anyway, I take it you found another recipe on your travels?
Very nice.
I most certainly did. I'm glad I can cut to the chase then.
So?
Shion, who might this fellow be? This is Gordino. He travels around Dana in search of new recipes to try. A fine quest to embark on, if I do say so myself. My name is Dohalim, good sir. Kind sir, 'tis a pleasure to make your acquaintance. Wow, the Dohalim, Lord of Elder Menacia? It's an honor, my lord. Your beef stew was absolutely exquisite. You honor me, kind sir. However, how is it that you came by the palace top's secret dish?
Hey!
Anyway, what is it you need from us this time exactly? Come on, spit it out. Right. This time I'm looking for lettuce, apples, and lemons. Could I ask you to bring those to me? Yeah,
sure.
What you need. If that's all you're looking for, we've got it right here.
Work.
In that case, I'll give you the recipe so you find people can cook it right away. Wow, this looks surprisingly simple. Even I might have a chance at this.
Very nice.
Wonderful. I'll leave the preparation up to you then.
Well?
Okay, it's all done. Oh, look at that beautiful dish. It smells just as divine, too. Now to see how it tastes.
What?
Well, this is absolutely exquisite. Exquisitely bad, that is. Really? I assure you that I follow the recipe for this so-called vitamin smoothie to the leather. Taste it for yourself and then tell me if you're still confident in your concoction. Here. Alright, down the hatch it goes.
I don't believe
See
this.
what I mean? Makes you want to vomit,
All right.
doesn't? Wait a second. I see a small warning affixed at the bottom of this recipe. Smoothies made entirely for veggies are recommended for experienced dieters only. Beginners should add fruit juice for flavor. Young miss, did you process only the lettuce? Even though I asked you to prepare apples and lemons as well? Oh, come on. Who's going to notice a stupid warning label that tiny?
Now?
Lesson learned, Shion. We'll just have to add fruit and attempt this once more.
Yes.
Very well. Let's take it from the top.
What?
Oh, this is absolutely exquisite. Comparatively
What?
speaking, at least. You still don't sound all that enthused. Is this really the best recipe that Mahal Star has to offer? I believe so. When I first heard about this, it made me think of what I saw in Menacia. That combination of fruits and vegetables, it reminded me of Danans and Renans living together. I thought this recipe might capture such harmony.
Nice.
And nothing else is the most healthy recipe you're sure to find out here. Indeed, I shall be sure to drink it so as to ensure that precious harmony lives on, even within the confines of my stomach. Ooh, well, that was satisfying enough for the time being. I can now leave this realm with no regrets. It's time I leave in search of even greater cuisines. Farewell, my culinary comrades. Actually, one more glass before I leave.
Well, that was a huge miscalculation.
Yet you've drained your glass all the same.
Go no further!
Take this.
Rolling snap! Heal water! Here's to the wind! Spread! These ones can run rings around us!
Dazzle. Tear. Searing gale. Damn it. It's too fast.
Stand back. I'll trip it up.
Dragon swarm.
In here!
Take it.
The
Tragedy steam. First strike. First strike. Sword Rain Alpha. Splendid blast. It's on. Now I can let loose. It's over.
Do it!
Totally. In an instant. Impact block.
Now!
Fear it more! Move him away! This should make for some good weapon crafting material.
Oh, that's peach gel. I don't need that. I am stocked on peach gel.
That enemy looks strong. I bet it'll be worth our while to fight it.
I've got a really bad feeling about this. Here, water! Here,
Dragon
water!
Ignite! Dragon Hurricane thrust! We got flyers!
I've got this! Let a marksman handle it!
You're mine! All yours! In an instant! Impact block!
Dance in the wind!
Here I go! Dragon swarm!
Eagle assault!
I still got a ways to go!
Out of our way!
No further!
Raging cascade!
Take this!
Mega ray!
You're finished!
Let's get you all tucked away!
Ray Alpha! Come and
Let the
face me!
marksman handle this!
Splendid
Where are you
blast!
going? Get out of there with you! This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
See you continue on in that
No
vein.
chance! Yes, my lady?
Something you wanted to say?
Leave the ensnaring to me.
Yeah, and pummeling to me.
This one's all mine. Burn! Dragon swarm!
You made quick work of them.
Want me to pick up your slack then?
Just pointing it out.
These little ones are hardly worth our time.
Less talking, more pummeling.
Cut them apart to your heart's content.
Rising Falcon! Move it!
Am I on a roll or what?
Well, look who's in a bright and shiny mood.
Somehow, things are even worse outside the city than they are inside.
Yeah, it's all ruined. Houses and everything else.
Even if it was all in the name of beating the Renans, this is...
Oh, can't go inside. Damn it. Owl? I hear you.
Maybe something's going on in the forest.
It'll be a breeze. Get in, get out.
Okay, here I go.
Now you see what I can do.
Not on my watch! One more!
Flaming thrust! Tear! Searing gale!
Sword! Searing flame! Photon blast!
I'll take you all on!
Bullseye, Sion. Nice.
Get out of my sight line or you'll get hit!
No done!
Right. Sorry, thanks.
I'm almost up! Air thrust! Mega ray!
I'm on it.
Prepare to be seared. Actually, perhaps sound is more appropriate.
Less talking and more doing.
Searing gale!
The heavens must be smiling.
Oh yeah, I haven't been paying attention to my arts. My skill panel in a while. Yes, I've got me a lot of stuff, which means I'm getting Shockwave Slash. And I'm gonna get this mid-air jump. Hello, am I being messaged? Easier over limit. Reduce that. Super Swallow Dance. And Fang Bolero. Resurrection. Use your perfect evading. Increase rod extension. Igneous discharge. Easier over limit. And we are good for right now. Now let's look at the arts here for a second. Super Swallow Dance. Super Swallow Dance. Oh yeah, that reminds me. I have more things that I can use now. Now, what was Eternal Devastation? That's what I had. I still have Incineration Wave. All right. Bang Bolero. Eagle Assault. All right. Still nothing new for that.
Here's a healing arm!
Here I come! I owe you one. Burn!
Hit the wind!
I'm not done!
Air thrust!
Try this!
You got
Blended
company!
flash! Dragon Flight!
Astral energy!
Say no more! Shot!
Well done! Air thrust!
Dragon Swarm!
Lightning condemned! Do it!
Did you just swim?
Astral energy!
Say no more!
We won that by a mile!
What do you say we check back in on the ranch?
Horse meat? Bruh. Crap. Can't get it. Oh, everyone's got something new. I wonder, is this the right way? Yep.
This place gives me the creeps. You really think that lord is hiding out here?
Be careful. The air is dense with astral energy. Something's not quite right about this place.
How are you able to pick up on all this stuff anyway? Is it something that all astral arts wielders can do?
I must admit, I'm curious myself. Perhaps her den and bloodline has something to do with it.
Dohalim.
Apologies. I meant no disrespect.
Stay alert, everyone. There's a good chance that she already knows we're here.
Something feels odd here. Be on your guard.
Alphen, have you been washing your clothes? It may not be my place to say this, but... frankly, they're starting to stink.
Now that you mention it, it has been a while since I did any laundry.
I'll wash them for you if you want. Just remember to give them to me the next time you get changed.
Oh, okay. Sure. Thanks, Kisara.
And, Law, Rinwell, yours are starting to look a bit ragged.
What do you expect? Of course they're going to tear up when we're out there fighting so much.
Yeah, but it's still kind of embarrassing, having it pointed out like this.
And Shion?
I wouldn't touch me if I were you.
Of course. My apologies. All I wanted to say was that your sleeves are getting a little bit dirty.
You don't need to worry so much, Kisara. It's only natural our clothes are gonna get a little dirty while we're traveling around.
That's no excuse. Your outward appearance says a lot about your inner well-being.
Now you've really set her off.
Suffice to say, it would appear that the traditions of the Guard are still alive and well within her.
What do you mean? What do the guardsmen do that's so special?
Mostly, I'm simply referring to the fact that they're a very regimented and cleanly group of people.
Do I really sound that weird to you guys? Keeping your clothes clean and mended is completely normal to me.
Don't get us wrong. We appreciate the thought, Kisara. But we've got a long journey ahead. It wouldn't hurt to relax your standards. Just a little.
If you're sure. I wasn't trying to overdo it, I promise. However, if it's making the rest of you tense, I'll do my best to tone it down from here on out. Still, if everyone could bring their laundry and clothes they want fixed, that'd be great. I'll take care of it all for you guys tonight.
Don't you ever get tired?
Anywho, let me see here. How long have I been recording? Yeah, this is a good place to stop. This is definitely a good place to stop. So I'm going to go ahead and save. Thank you all for watching. If you enjoyed the live stream, please leave a like. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to check out Mother-Noroi Twitch channel by clicking the link in the description below. To achieve your dream, be Magaka, but even because you almost wanted. And of course, don't forget to click that little bell button, which you notify whenever I upload a video or a live stream to my channel. And most importantly, of course, to see your live streams then, you just do so by checking out my playlist section. All my videos are there archived for your viewing entertainment, so you can watch Let's Plays like God of War, Batman Arkham Knight, Final Fantasy 15, and many, many more. Thank you all for watching. As always, hosted my Shadow saying along Z, and I'll see you for the next adventure. Goodbye, everyone!